10 seconds away from live racing here on Randomania. Hope you're all having a great time here. Thank you all very much for joining. We're going to have a lot of fun here. And the competition has begun. And it should begin with me starting the clock.
The clock. Get a key,
Hooray,
torch, a second key.
Oh, that's interesting.
We'll see if either of them choose to do the alternate version of the glitch where you immediately go back into the throne room. Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, I definitely can't blame... I can't blame either contestant for doing that, because if there's like no town around, then it's useless and you're wasting time, so...
I don't know. On the other hand, if there's like a pile of like some equipment there, like if the sword is in there, it could pay off. It's something I like doing if I like immediately saving so I can reset and get my key back. If it's a dud.
Uh-huh. And it looks like Jack is the first to level 2, and 18 power. Okay, this is definitely not going to be like what happened 2 years ago. Not if we're starting with 18 power. Stop spell and Radiant at level 2. And the Magician attacks. And
We have a town here. It's Cantlin.
oh, first death of the game, but not terrible here. What are we gonna see here? Well, Flamestorm in full plate. Now, are we gonna have a reset here?
You're saying like reset to set up a gold glitch at level 1 and then just try to carry it over to Cantlin?
Yeah, that's right.
That's a play you could make, although at this point it seems like it's pretty feasible to just wait until you have some more gold and then buy some keys.
Well, Jack has run into a Druid Lord and the Star Wyvern with sleep, and slept and wrecked, as Ferran Fergady likes to say.
RPG Jerkbird.
Well, that is that actually is what Star of Violence calls it over in the Dragon Quest Super Famicom community. Because
every
those
RPG
yeah go
every
I'm sorry.
RPG has birds, and every bird is a jerk.
And the Magicians with heal now.
That's obnoxious, but with this strength, I don't think it's actually going to be a huge deal. Oh, but they're also running away.
Alright, so card goes to level 3, 3, 4, 16 hit points and 8 magic points. So that's a lot more breathing room. Might be time to take on some intermediate monsters here. And that was a thing that was not around a couple of years ago. With that 3-hour epic, it was no, you didn't have that intermediate zone, so you just ran into metal slimes and red dragons all the time, and that's a big reason why it went 3 hours.
Yeah, in a lot of ways, you can't quite get a seed that was as bad as the seed that they had 2 years ago or whatever. There's some mitigation for the extremes nowadays.
Yeah, that's true, because there also wasn't a death deck list. 5 power and not much else for level 4, which both of our contestants hit at about the same time.
Yeah, very, very close to synced up here. Looks like the Wyvern or the Magicians are really the choice enemy in this zone.
Yeah, I'm definitely wondering if it's time to fight some intermediate monsters. Some monsters that are a little bit more difficult.
Yeah, they saw. It seems like they saw metal scorpions in that second zone, which aren't especially ideal because they have too much defense for this no weapon punching.
Yeah, that's true. Jack, will he... No, he's gonna wait until... I'm guessing he's got 2 keys worth.
That's the other thing, is you do want to avoid dying here because you actually want to save up that gold.
That is true, because, I mean, we don't know. Erdrick's sword could be sitting in that treasury.
I would actually consider going in with only 85 gold and then saving, buying 1 key, unlocking, and if you find a gold chest, you can use it to buy the rest of the keys. And it's looking like NESCardinality is about to do just that because he just hit 85 gold. Whereas looks like Jackimus might try to get to 170.
So it looks like what Jack is looking for right now is for the treasury to be an absolute dud, as Jack gets a Kaishin no Ichigeki, also known as an excellent move. Whoa, 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 whoa! 21 power!
Wow! So remember what I said about the no weapon punching? You forget about that. That's more power than a broadsword.
Yeah, no kidding. But we are about to find out what's in the treasury. We have, a magic key. Oh, okay, an herb. Are you gonna find gold here? Another magic key, my goodness. And,
Wow!
Jack's about to get that as well. I mean, the only
Although you know, that's something you might feel like you're behind after that, because if your opponent gambled on that treasury, you know, they got their key replaced and got a sword out of it, like, you have to worry about something like that.
Yeah, absolutely. And what do we have for the treasure, as Jack's gonna get the exact same news, so they're tied virtually. Garen's Grave.
Looks like this is Garen's Grave, yep.
So there is a very high chance that a gold grind still can take place, as down goes the Spectre over an NESCardinality side. That's good for level 5.
He gets that 21 power.
So we have, so it's a Battle of the Muscles. This is, at this rate, we're going to have the exact opposite of what happened 2 years ago.
Interestingly, even though he's dead, he died here, he still has all those doors unlocked because they don't get reset.
And also that is 3 additional boxes toward the 8 treasure limit. If you go over 8 treasures, you get to keep taking that treasure over and over and over again. That is how we get a gold grind out of it. Yeah. So
he's currently at 7 out of 8. So after the first chest that he opens in Garen's Grave, any chest that he gets will be duped.
Well, meanwhile, I believe Jack is about to hit level 6 here. Silver Harp
carving through these specters, no problem.
Yeah. I did not see the statistics, because I think I am... Oh, no, he's getting bamboo poles.
Silver Harp and Stones of Sunlight.
Whew.
And the bamboo pole is a dragon scale. No gold.
Wow. No
That's
gold.
a little unfortunate.
Yeah, isn't that some? And Wraith Knight has picked off JackimusWedge, and he is off to the penalty box for the first time today. So, wowie, wowie, wow.
NESCardinality is showing some very impressive navigating in the dark. He's going to be going down to the lower floors of Garen's Grave here.
Yeah, I definitely like that idea. You got the magic keys. They're gonna stay open as long as you want. The monsters are easily grindable here. So here is level 6, 3, 2, and 15 magic. And hurt more. Oh, okay.
Oh wow, this is a great position to be in.
Oh,
Looks like
and how-
Jackimus is preferring to cast that radiant spell over navigating in the dark.
Yeah, I like that idea. As we
Might be a
find,
little easier to follow along.
oh, I'm sorry. We
Wow.
find an Axe Knight and a Magi Wyvern in the first basement. Goodness gravy!
You want something to use that hurt more on? Here you go.
4, 3, 1, and 6. So the stats aren't all that great for level 7, but I mean, what the heck, man?
He got level 6 2 fights ago.
So for those who don't know NESCardinality, he is one of the finest Dragon Warrior runners out there. Just a vanilla Dragon Warrior.
Harp Knight.
So he has had the world record in the vanilla version, and like he can beat this game in 25 minutes. That's why he's able to go through these caves blind. So
It's actually required to do in the world record route for this game, because using a torch will mess up your RNG manipulation in the vanilla game.
another Spectre goes down over on Card's side, and a Wraith's gonna go down on Jack's side. So right now, the difference is, I believe, well, it's a Magi Wyvern. So here we go. Last chance coming up for the last chance coming up for gold here.
It's really surprising that despite all these chests that they found, none of them have been gold. Also, even if you do find gold now, you're gonna have to like be concerned about how much you're gonna lose when you probably die before walking out with all that gold in hand.
And finally...
Oh, it is gold though.
Yes, finally gold has been found. Has outside been learned yet? I haven't noticed.
No, they haven't. They've not learned outside, which means that we might see NESCard go up to even 30k gold or more here, just so that he can lose half of it and still be able to buy some of those nice things.
And here's the key. Has NESCardinality found Caitlyn yet?
I don't think he has.
So that is an advantage Jack has. We know that the Silver Shield is available, so I'm guessing we're gonna grind up. He's gonna grind up 29,000 in just one moment's time.
Do you also get enough to get some full plate? Probably.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Was that available in Caitlyn?
Oh, I believe we saw full plate.
Yeah, so a couple of people in chat had mentioned the 96 AP and 15 defense points, and now it's 106 and 20. Just the big glass cannon that these two contestants are right now.
Yeah. Also only 40 HP, but 54 MP is pretty lopsided towards glass cannoning as well.
So Card has finished his gold grind at 31,300 money. He's just gonna knock out monsters until he's dead.
It's gonna take a little while if he keeps one-shotting everything.
Now this is interesting though. Jack stopping his gold
Jack looks like he wants to walk out. It looks like he has 22 MP left, so he's trying to walk out still alive instead of getting enough to death warp and then die his way out. Looks like Card is choosing the same thing after one-shotting too many enemies. Oh, no, he's just trying to die by using Dragon Scale to waste turns in a fight. He just wants to get out of here some way or another. He doesn't really care how.
Yeah, level 8 fires for NESCardinality. Let's see what we got. We have 1 power, 4, 3, and 8, so the only significant thing is that 8 magic. So 2 years ago, it was a lack of strength that proved to be very fatal to a level 23 finish. Now it's hit points. We only have we're only in the 40s right now.
Yeah, well behind the curve of where you even want to be at level 8. Bonk, bonk, bonk. That's accurate. Especially when you're navigating these caves in the dark.
Okay, Jack is like, I've had enough of fighting these monsters. Now I just want to get to Cantlin.
Hey, he's back on the first floor at this point. He just... You know, he's out alive. He's just gonna go book it over to Cantlin. Not even saving.
Yeah, that's kind of risky.
He knows it's in a pretty... It's a pretty safe zone. So... And it's in the plains as well. Like, he doesn't even fight a single enemy.
Yeah. Yeah, it was kind of risky, but it paid off, and I mean, stuff like that saves time if it works out.
Looks like there's not much else to explore except for that Cantlin, so NESCard's gonna find that most likely very soon. Oh no, he takes a left instead of a right. Finds that Star Wyvern instead. Oh jeez.
Oh no.
He did save, so he should be fine.
And I guess...
Right? He did save, right?
I don't know. I don't know if he did or not. I didn't notice. Jack filling up on herbs.
He doesn't look like he saved.
Oh.
I thought he had saved after that death warp.
I mean, fortunately, it isn't going to take too long to get back to that area, and you can just set up the gold grind whenever you want, just because you can just set up your 3...
That's a long walk for, like, all the way to the bottom of Garen's grave is a long walk to set up a gold grind, and there's no other way to do it other than that. So, at this point, I think it's just going to be NESCardinality not having a silver shield, which could end up biting him.
39 south, 31 to the west are the coordinates.
NESCardinality still gets a full plate out of the deal, so, you know, that's fine. Like, full plate and large shield is still more than fine. It's just, we'll see later on if that silver shield starts making a big difference. Because it could, but it doesn't always make a big difference.
And over in Jack, we have a half plate armor.
Yeah, it looks like he didn't quite have enough to buy the full plate, but when you're going to replace it with Erdrick's armor, you're not usually concerned about how good the intermediary is.
Yeah, I agree. Half plate armor will serve just fine as card fills up on supplies. As the Rogue Scorpion goes down over on Jack's side.
Another enemy you're really happy to see when you have hurt more. Looks like he's just counting out those coordinates. Looks like it's not going to be the worst count.
So there are the coordinates on your screen. 39 south, 31 west.
He's almost there.
Oh, boom! Erdrick's armor. So that just worked out just fine for Jack.
Yeah, wow. Oh, I'll have to settle for a half plate. Not really settling for a half plate for very long, though.
Yeah, my goodness. We now go to level 9, and what will this Courage and Wit provide? 0 strength, about time, 6 response speed, 19 more magic. My goodness.
Still really low on that max health, though.
Nice kill over on NESCardinality's side with an armored knight.
Yeah, you got that hurt more. They're more than vulnerable to it. Meanwhile, Jackimus gets sent back home by a blue dragon after landing 1 hurt more, but unable to finish it off before it finishes him off. And that's that problem of that 45 max health. Even with the great defense, like those heavy hitting enemies, just take you down too quickly. NESCardinality's not really interested in that coordinate spot, though.
Yeah,
He
not
just
yet,
wants to
apparently.
explore. Oh my gosh, sleep on stonemen as well. That's a number of enemies that have sleep.
Yeah.
In the powerful enemy area. So we've got Star Wyverns and stonemen so far.
Oh, look what Jack has found. He's found the Harp Cave.
Nice. I would say that's a clear lead for Jackimus, even though he's still a tiny bit behind in... Well, no, he's like single digit behind in XP.
Well,
That
look
said,
who's
Harp
right
Cave
there.
is
Yeah, look who's right there.
The big deal is that Erdrick's armor, I would say. It's going to make his exploring... Like, when you don't have a heal spell especially, the Erdrick's armor makes your exploration ability significantly better, especially when you have to cross swamps, which they have to just to exit the Tantagel area.
Yeah, pretty much in this game, you have to cross the swamp somewhere in order to advance.
Yep. But with this one, you have to cross it right away, and that's making the lack of healing for NESCardinality really hurt. Pun intended.
So Jack continues the exploration. All he needs to do right now is find Erdrick's token.
Card doesn't have coordinates, but he does know where Caitlin is and has keys, so he could get those coordinates anytime he wanted. He's just not interested in even getting them right now. He's looking for more stuff. And using herbs to get some exploration out.
Ooh, another blue dragon sending Jack back to the sin bin.
That's rough.
I think our contestants are really looking for heal more right now. And also
Absolutely.
more hit points.
Even vanilla heal would be nice.
Oh, Axe Knights with heal more. Oh no.
Oh, that is rude. Yeah, you can kill them almost every time with Hurt More, but that's just showing that it's like if you miss the kill on that, they'll just be right back up to full. And you could just end up... And at that point, they're at actual full health as well, so you could end up, like, in a real bind.
Yeah, at that point you would have to swing your sword and then throw down the hurt more to win.
Yep. Makes them a lot clunkier to grind on.
So that pretty much makes the best monster to grind on is the Magi Wyvern, because you will kill that off in one hurt more for 83 experience, which is, you can't complain about that.
Regular knights as well are, we saw one on this card now, I said, and those also die every time to hurt more. Looks like NESCardinality is the one getting sent back home by a jerkbird. And we might see the same happen to Jackimus with this sleep lock from the Stoneman.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he gets away.
Yeah, so two Sharlock monsters with sleep. So it's something our contestants are going to have to be concerned about here.
Ooh, Bonus Cave has the Fighter's Ring.
Oh.
That is a nice find. Especially with this strength already peaking up towards the over 100 attack power.
Yeah, so what that Fighter's Ring does is it adds 2 to the 2 points of attack power to the hero's total. And it doesn't sound like a lot, but that could mean a real difference when it comes to the Dragon Lord. Coming up in about, I don't know, about a half hour's time, give or take.
Be careful or you'll jinx it. Half an hour from now, neither person has over 80 health.
Yeah, watch. Well, we did find Sharlock, I believe, over on Jack's side, and a town. Okay, we found Garenham.
Nice. That's a very nice find because of those treasure chests. They're still looking for the token. And... well, mostly just the token.
Yeah, I think that's all they need to find, and they also need to find the jerk.
Yep. Although a cursed belt. Do you want to talk about what that cursed belt might indicate?
Well, a cursed belt means 180 gold. That's all that is.
Well, it also the cursed belts in the pool get replaced when the token or the fairy flute show up in treasure chests. So,
oh, I never thought about that.
If you find two cursed belts, it means that you know both the flute and the token are on the ground searchable spots. And for example, if they found the fairy flute now and he has that cursed belt in hand, he knows that, like if he finds the fairy flute in a treasure chest, he would know that that means that the token is a searchable spot and not a treasure chest.
Well, there you go.
Brecconary doesn't mean a whole lot.
Yeah, no. It means spend $6, go to the end, replenish everything, and get on out. Level 10, 3, 3, 12, and 1 over on NESCardinality side. So a little bit more HP now, so a little bit more breathing room.
Also, looks like he's about to get his Erdrick's armor very soon.
Yeah, he'll be happy when he finds that. And at that point...
he does have an XP lead still, but Jackimus has the exploration lead, and honestly, the way the seed is playing out, and with how fast you can get experience with Hurtmore, I don't think a 300 XP lead means nearly as much as having more map exploration.
There's level 10 for Jack. Erdrick's armor for NESCardinality. Bam!
Oh, did we see Sherlock earlier?
There it is.
There it is.
Ooh, red dragons with hurt.
The fun police have fuzzy handcuffs tonight.
Yeah, but do they also have heal or worse heal more? That was not concealed yet.
Yeah, not clear.
We do find Erdrick's cave over on Jack's side, and we find well, we're gonna find out what that is in a minute, maybe. Money in the cave. I'm curious what this town is. It is Remolder. Yeah. So there is a box
here. See what
here.
this chest is.
And it's a wing of the wyvern, so not all that great. Speaking of wyvern, there's one who just got dismissed by Jack. Looks like he's going to head on back to the other side of the swamp cave.
Yeah, we have a very interesting split in where the exploration is happening here. NESCardinality finds the jerk southwest of Remolder, right along the bottom edge of the map.
Yeah, so in order for the jerk to do his thing, you need to have the Staff of Rain, the Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token, which is why we've been emphasizing Erdrick's Token. If you do that, that will turn into the Rainbow Drop-In that will give the player access to Sherlock Castle.
Looks like NESCardinality is getting sent back home by that same blue dragon. There's quite a few of those out on the overworld, and they are not nice. Just having basic attacks is pretty strong for an enemy like the blue dragon.
I believe that is a new town. Here it is. It's Cole.
This is on the other side of the swamp cave.
And we have...
There's the token.
Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
he's missing the jerk, which NESCardinality has. But once he finds that, he will be in go mode, and just need to find the right level.
Yeah, and he could just go to that swamp cave and hope he finds an Axe Knight or an Armored Knight or, you know, something groovy like that.
Yeah. With this max health, though, that makes grinding a little tricky given the lack of healing options they have right now, though.
Yeah, too true, too true. It doesn't help that Stonemen have sleep.
Not at all.
Another masterful defeat of the Green Dragon, and that will be good enough for level 11. Let's see what we're going to have for numbers here. Alright, 7 more power, 6 more hit points, 0 agility, so we're still stuck on 50. That might become a thing before too long.
And still no healing spells either.
Card gets lucky, no heal more that time. So how about an Armored Knight instead? So, quietly, NESCardinality has gained a 650-point lead, which is pretty significant.
Yeah, it's interesting. It must just be the areas he's exploring have more high-quality Hurtmore targets, because both players are really just exploring while shooting off Hurtmores at anything that moves. And usually that gives you a very static amount of XP gaining. But that's not really what we're seeing here.
Well, Axe Knights in stereo, as Ron likes to say. So Jack's seeing that, there we go. Now we're going to attack and then throw down the Hurtmore for the win. Over on Jack's side. Yeah, but look at all these. We've just been seeing nothing but Magi Wyverns, Knights, Axe Knights, and throughout this seed here, and the experience is going up in a hurry.
Yeah,
there's the rainbow drop for Jack.
There's a lot of sweet spot enemies to be finding. Wait, did he not collect his... Oh, no, he did collect his drop. What am I talking about?
Yeah.
I just had a skip in my video feed, so I kind of missed him getting it, but it's on the tracker, so...
Jack goes to sleep and immediately wakes up, dispatches a Star Wyvern. So, 2 years ago, when we had that 3 hour and 20 second, or 20, however long it was forever, we had 75 deaths between the two players. So far in this match, we've only had 11.
Yeah, there's even with those high power sleep enemies, we're just not getting into those same kind of situations. They have hurt more, so enemies just kind of die instead of getting a chance to do anything mean. So even if some of these enemies have nasty abilities, we're not seeing them. And they also already have like the Erdrick's armor and a shield, so they don't really die too easily anymore.
Level 12 is hit for NESCardinality, and that was a load of nothing.
NESCardinality does find, however, Hawksness, which is something that Jackimus hasn't found. And if this is a good grind location, that can be a very important bit of information. It is an Armored Knight. That's something you generally want to see when you have Hurtmore.
Yeah, I would say in this seed, the Armored Knight is the best thing you want to see right now.
Yeah, because that heal more really spoils the Axe Knight for you, which is normally your favorite choice. Also picks up the Fairy Flute.
Yeah, that could be very important if you start running into golems down in Charlotte Castle. He could be one of the mini boss guarding the Dragon Lord. It's one of the new things the Randomizer presents.
Only has enough health to really do a couple of these before having to walk off and regen some stuff, and he's also running a little low on MP. But it's nice to just grab a little bit of grind while you're there. Whoa, what happened with that Magic Wyvern? Or that was a Star Wyvern, and he got sleep-locked and hurt-moored to death.
Yep, that's right, so he's off to the penalty box.
That's a little rough. And NESCard finds his Swamp Cave. So on the other side... No, this is Mountain Cave.
Yeah, no, it's Mountain Cave. And if I'm not mistaken, he's going to be empty-handed unless he finds the Death Necklace.
Death Necklace might not come into play looking at this strength value already hitting almost 120 attack power, while the HP value is still 70 short of where you'd be comfortable putting on that Death Necklace.
Yeah, watch. We're gonna.
I don't think the Death Necklace is going to be a big factor here.
Yeah, watch. We're gonna have a 70 strength, 70 hit point and level up at the next level.
It could technically happen. And there is that Death Necklace. Dropping some wings for it.
Yeah, NESCardinality doesn't care about that Wyvern, man. So if Jack can re-find the Swamp Cave here, he'll be set.
They've really found every item that's worth finding. Although, NESCardinality doesn't know that because he hasn't found the token. So never mind.
Another green dragon being taking a seat over on Jack's side. Starwire, on the other hand.
He's only one enemy away from level 12 as well. That's really rough.
Oh yeah, I don't think we've... Yeah, we still are without a heal spell.
Indeed.
So...
Yeah,
so,
not even heal light. Heal less.
Yeah, no, we don't have heal all, heal more, heal less, heal mini. We got nothing. Well, but we will have it by level 16 by rule.
Yep. All spells will be available by 16.
Alright, so, well, card down to just 2 magic points, so he's about to finish this exploration.
That is true. They do have the heal walk spell, aka Erdrick's Armor's regen ability. Every step is 1 HP regained.
I like what Jack tried to do with that Star Wyvern with casting Stop Spell, but it didn't work out, so he's decided to run away.
That makes the Star Wyverns even more rough that they have Stop Spell resistance. Stop Spell resistance is affected by the Randomizer. And based on basically what tier the enemy is, it has a higher potential maximum for its Stop Spell resistance. So, you could have had Star Wyverns had very low Stop Spell resistance, but it looks like, we haven't seen a whole lot of data for that, but it looks like they might have a pretty reasonable amount, which makes it pretty rough when you want to just be like, I'm just going to Stop Spell it and then hit it while it's failing to cast Sleep, because enemies will not change their behavior based on being silenced. They'll just keep trying to cast spells through the silence effect.
Yeah, no, very intelligent AI we've got here in Dragon Warrior Randomizer.
There is one intelligence about it, and that is that it will not attempt to cast Stop Spell if you're already silenced, and it will not attempt to cast Sleep if you're already asleep.
And it won't heal unless they're under 25% maximum hit points.
I thought it was 33%. Is it 25%?
Oh, it's one of those
I don't
numbers.
actually know.
Yeah. And now the experience lead is down to just 500 points, so...
Yeah, and with Jackimus walking around in Charlotte Castle, this is going to be a good chunk of XP here. So that could really cause him to close that XP gap and potentially get it in the lead.
Well, you can close the gap with an excellent move. Whoa! Yeah, I like what he's doing. Just throwing down those hurt mores, dismissing these monsters as quickly as he can. And we're down to 150 points experience here. And there it is. We are now virtually tied. Okay, so NESCardinality hit a soft spell with the Star Wyvern.
Yeah, maybe it's just a low chance and Jackimus got unlucky. Or a low resistance and Jackimus got unlucky. We just know it's not 0. NESCardinality does need the token very soon. He does have the Hawksness information, which he can leverage to, you know, grind much faster than walking around in Sharlock gives the opportunity for. And grind locations can be a very big difference in quality of XP gaps, or like the size of those XP gaps, because they can just evaporate if you're spamming Hurt More on an Armored Knight when your opponent has to like walk around just to find an enemy. The XP per minute is very big. Now it looks like Jackimus probably wants to see what the enemy at the mini boss before the Dragon Lord is, hoping that that's a good quality enemy to grind against.
11 power for level 13 and not much else.
His HP is still a problem. Still no heal spells.
This pretty much
you can also get sent home very easily without a heal spell, as NESCardinality just did.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? Still no heal spell.
Oh, do they have regular heal now? Oh, he has regular heal.
Oh yeah, okay, never mind. There is regular heal now.
That's actually a pretty big deal, because it means if you're left pretty low after a fight while walking around Sherlock, you're not going to like take one step, get into another fight before having a chance to regen and get sent home.
And here's one Star Wyvern. Ah, there we go. One shot kill. That's what Jack needs with those monsters.
It's always a nice way to have it. He's just gonna run away from the next one. He's like, I used up my luck. I'm not gonna get lucky like that again.
Oof. Quite a race going on right here. I mean, this isn't going to take 3 hours unless we somehow have to get level 30 hit points or whatever, but...
Jackimus has closed the XP gap, but he hasn't started widening it yet. And with these Armored Knights, like, that NESCardinality's facing, he's not going to get to widen it that easily.
Yeah, and it didn't help that he got picked off there, and oh, he missed on a Hurt More. Oh no!
Both runners get sent home. Jackimus doesn't even get the information on what that enemy at the pre-Dragon Lord fight is.
Yeah, 5 pieces of gold says he goes back down. But this is still very important.
Yeah, I agree with that decision to go back down, though.
Yeah, Card has still without coal.
Yeah, and we know it's on the other side of the swamp cave as well. Has he even found the swamp cave? I don't think so. Unless he found it and then chose to keep exploring in a different direction.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, Jack got lucky there and got away with a Star Wyvern casting sleep. Oh! Card goes down for the 10th time.
Locked down by that sleep, does not wake up before dying at all. I mean, NESCardinality certainly noticed he had heal. He never had the opportunity to heal with that death. He was full health when he got into that fight, got ambushed and put to sleep, and woke up, had one turn to choose his action. He tried to run away, and failed, and then got sleep blocked again. Oh no, sorry, he successfully ran away. He fought a second Star Wyvern.
And here we go, 2 more armored knights on both sides of your screen. Right here on Randomania, you are watching the rematch from a couple of years ago, the losers semi-final of the first Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament. NESCardinality and JackimusWedge. I am Game Boy F9. I'm joined by Silverfire. Thank you for taking time out of your day to watch us here. We'd like to thank. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We'd like to thank Smashy for joining us for tracking here tonight.
And to recap the seed so far, we started off with Tantagel with 2 magic keys in the treasury. Both runners choosing to go outside and grind some gold to buy more keys with that key. The Tantagel treasury had the Erdrick sword. Tantagel basement had Garen's grave, which had both the silver harp and the stones of sunlight. The harp cave was just north of Tantagel. Cole had the Erdrick's token. The searchable location on the overworld had the Erdrick's armor at 39 south, 31 west. And the Erdrick's token is in Cole. With the Rainbow Drop Cave being south, pretty far to the southwest. Charlotte Castle being kind of due south, but you need to go to the west to get around some terrain. And that's pretty much everything.
Yep, as card 46 minutes in, some 25 minutes after Jack finds the fighter's ring and puts it on. I believe Jack has the fighter's ring. Didn't Jack pick up fighter's ring?
That's correct. Oh yeah, it should be marked on the tracker though.
Alright, so Jack's gonna go back into Sherlock for some more hard monster action. Just not a stone man. So now the difference in experience is, wow, just 31 points.
Yep. NESCardinality is still trying to find the swamp cave, I guess, and along with it, Cole.
I have a feeling he's gonna get pretally close, especially since he found that fighter's ring. And
also using Repel to only encounter the stronger enemies, which means that he's going to get a reasonable amount of XP while exploring. So he's not going to be slipping too far behind while doing this exploration, even though Jackimus is in an objectively better area to gain XP in.
Yeah, and this is where him having the large shield helps, because Repel repels monsters that have not damage broken you, which means that if a monster has more than, in NESCardinality's case, 66 defense points, you have to fight them. And that opens the pool for a larger set of monsters that he would have to fight, and therefore he's been able to keep up and do it that way, as both contestants reach level 4. 3, 11, 7, and 1. Jack's going to get a few more agility points and a few less hit points because he's in a strength agility build. But
that's
yeah.
Another thing. That strength agility build could come back to bite Jackimus here with the really poor HP gains so far.
That is very true.
Like, usually you kind of go into an agility build expecting maybe 1 level difference required due to that, but this could be even more than that if this HP keeps going on this track.
Now,
NESCardinality getting sent back by a Star Wyvern is really unfortunate there. He was a long way away from home, and he knows that's the area that he needs to explore, but just getting terrible luck against these Star Wyverns.
So, reminder of the stakes here. Not as big as it was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, if you lost, you were out. But this time, the winner will get a bye in the bracket phase of our tournament. It starts in about 3 weeks, 2 weeks, something like that. And the loser, well, they're still in the bracket, but they'll have to play in round 1. So it'll be a little bit higher risk to get their way to a championship here.
Yeah, if the tracker could mark the ring on Jackimus' side, he does have 134 attack power. So his attack power is straight up fine for the Dragon Lord. Really needs that HP, though.
Yeah,
and up to pointing out that low agility increases those ambush chances, and that's true. And this low agility, 63 at level 14, really can create problems for that.
Didn't get a lot of luck with that Armored Knight, because it was dodging, and it had very high HP, so Jack got sent back to the penalty box.
Yep, and the XP is still pretty much dead even. It is less than 1 kill difference between the two runners, and has been for the last 20 minutes or more.
Well, I'll tell you what, this has been a pretty exciting race. We are, as Jack now competes against the Blue Dragon.
Looks like level 14 was the Healmore level. That said, still low health, and that makes those Healmores a little less effective than you'd like.
Ooh, and another miss of Hurtmore over on Card's side there. They have a 1 in 16 chance of resisting that spell.
Missing Hurtmores on those has sent me back to Tantagel too many times.
Yeah, man, yeah. I'm in that same boat, man.
I mean, so NESCardinality knows roughly where he hasn't explored for this Swamp Cave. Notice he's in the same area. Or sorry, not Swamp Cave, Coal. He just needs to get to that town. And he looks like this jerkbird is not wanting to let him past. Oh no.
Oh, he wakes. Oh, saved.
Got the Healmore this time. Oh, finally gets away. 1 step. Another Star Wyvern. He runs away again.
Wow.
And this is only Garen too, so he's not even done yet.
Yeah, good call to spend the 25 gold to refill the magic there. Golly.
He's still got to get through the Swamp Cave here, and then explore the other continent, which has coal on it. This is his first time even seeing Garen's grave, so for all he knows, the token could be here, so he's going to check these chests.
Now, is Jack going around and finding Hawk's Nest by chance?
It looks like that might be his plan, because, you know, Sherlock isn't exactly friendly to grind in, as he's noticed after getting sent home several times.
Well, here is what kind of interests me here, is that nobody's been checking out the Swamp Cave boss yet.
Well, that's true. It is a long walk away from Tantagel, But it does have that talent, that Garen right there.
Card being disappointed in finding Breckenary there.
Yeah, you really hope that that's Cole when you see it outside the cave. That said, this continent is pretty small, so shouldn't be long before he finds Cole, no matter which way he picks to go first. As long as he doesn't get sleep-locked.
Now, here's the big thing about NESCardinality. He writes these very elaborate maps. So he knows exactly where Hoxus is if he elects to go there. As a Star Wyvern sends him back. Oh my goodness.
Oh my gosh. I have to disagree with his strategy on dealing with these Star Wyverns when you only have 63 agility and they have sleep. I don't like the idea of trying to run being your primary strategy.
And then JackimusWedge runs into a Wombo combo Wolflord.
That is a... Wolflord is not a strong enemy, but that Wolflord means business.
Dang. Alright, now what's the next move, Jack? Well,
They do have stop. They actually got stop spell at level 2. Now, there is some stop spell resistance on these Star Wyverns. However, I think it might be a lower stop spell resistance than the chance to the chance to fail to run away, which is really all you need. Because he's failing to run away 2 or 3 times each. I believe Star Wyverns, if you they're going to be around 60 to 70% chance to run away with this agility right now. But I can't check that easily.
And now
NESCardinality's had 9 of his last 10 stop spells not work. Okay, so maybe it's a little higher than I thought. I believe it's 7 out of 16 is the maximum stop spell resistance that they can have, though.
Yeah, I think
the other
that sounds
opportunity,
about right.
the other idea is just hurt more them and then hit them once.
So it looks like Jack's gonna go back to Hoxus and try again here.
Yep. With all these deaths that NESCardinality's taken, Jackimus has had the opportunity to get about 500 XP of a lead, but that's really small when you're level 14.
Yeah, and it's quickly getting wiped out too.
Yep. Yeah, just a couple favorable enemies on NESCard's side, and that little lead evaporates instantly.
And Jack fails to run away from a slime. Ha! Dang.
At least it's not a sleep Dragonlord breath slime.
Too true, as now Jack finds the good news of running into that armored knight, and I have a feeling he's going to, yep, there we go.
He's just going to dump his entire MP bar here. Looks like he's actually going to try to elongate the MP by using melee attacks and then heal mores instead of hurt mores.
Yeah, well, town isn't that far away, so I kind of disagree with what he's doing here, but...
Yeah, especially with this max HP, really limiting the number of hits you can take before having to cast another heal more.
Alright, here we go. Level 15, and what are we going to get? Just 1 power, 11 HP, so there definitely will be another level for both players here. So we'll take a look at his attack power here. We have 135 attack power, so we're going to subtract 100 to give us 35, and then divide by 2, round down. That is the maximum damage that can be dealt to the Dragonlord, which is 17, and then we divide that by 2 and round down and give it 8. So 8 to 17 on 12 heal more. So As far as I'm concerned, as soon as that HP crosses that 97 hit point level, it's probably going to be Charlock dive time. And let's see. Okay. So, gonna look a little bit beyond Garanham to see if there's anything else around. NESCardinality is.
He is going for that hurt more into swing strat that I suggested. Nice thing about that is it basically means that you only really have to... Oh, there's a bridge over here. I thought this was a dead end. It means that, like, even if you do get sleep locked, you only have to wake up once, hit it with your sword, and then you're good to go. The fight's over, you won't die, as long as you wake up ever.
And a Kaishin no Ichigeki for Jack, and a Sleepin' Wreck for NESCardinality. My word. And Jackimus using the remaining MP on that Wolf Lord.
He doesn't want to screw around with those anymore after that last encounter.
Oh no, I'm sorry. He actually attacked him, and it was good enough for the kill, which is fine because he had so much attack power there.
Yeah, he's already in the 130s.
Alright, so we're going to head on out for another round of Hawksus grinding, it appears, on Jack's side as the Star Wyvern claims NESCardinality again. Alright, so we have had another race going on, McGrew and Zarnex. I am not quite sure what the result of that was. Let's not spoil it in chat, by the way. But I do know that that has been going on in Randomania 2. Coming up later on Randomania, it is going to be... I'm going to look that up here for a second. I'm going to tell you here in just a second. It's Jay Coper and... Let's see if Google wakes up here. Oh, there we go. Jay Coper and the Alan Heffley at 1 a.m. As Zarnak Zarnak spoils that he's not racing anymore. Okay, so at 1 a.m. Eastern on Randomania, that will be Jay Coper and the Alan Heffley, Ron Burgundy, and I believe you, Silverfire, will be on the call for that, correct?
I will be one of the commentators for that, yes.
All right.
So we noticed in the meantime that not only do Red Dragons have the Vanilla Hurt spell, they also have Stop spell. They really are rocking the fuzzy handcuffs tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately for these runners, they also are nowhere to be seen, and allowing their other minions to run roughshod over these racers.
Man, that is really unfortunate, man, because that's like the best Red Dragon you can possibly run into, and we didn't see any Red Dragons in Charlock either. And
for your information, we actually know that they do not have Heal More because they have Stop spell and Hurt. Because you can only have enemies can only have one conditional spell and then one damage spell, maximum each.
So now we're seeing Jack's lead going up in a hurry. It is beyond 1,000 experience points now.
Yep, that grind spot, you know, it really makes XP gaps grow because. Just not having to walk to find the next fight is a huge difference when you're looking at how much XP you're gaining.
So
another excellent move, or
So, a question in chat from Centroid41. Can't monsters only have 2 spells or abilities? And that is correct. They're actually like 2 sets. First, they're going to see if they have sleep, stop spell, heal, or heal more. And then there's some conditions based on that. But having failed that, then they will see if they have hurt, hurt more, or one of the 2 fires. And if they decide not to do that, then they'll just swing. They'll just swing their axe or their claws or just slap them across the face. I don't know. One of those will happen. Alright, so one more Armored Knight for the JackimusWedge, and it'll be level 16 Silverfire.
Yep. Still only 83 health, though. When they finally do get the health levels to face the Dragon Lord, it is going to get wrecked. Because their other stats are all completely fine. And finally, NESCardinality gets his Erdrick's token. He is essentially in go mode because he knows right where that jerk is to get his 96 HP for JackimusWedge.
Oh, but boy, did he get a lot of agility, too.
Oh, that agility is suddenly not looking awkward anymore. And when you're trying to run away from these sleep-locking enemies in Sharlock, that's what you want to see.
Well...
And with 95 defense as well, that defense breaks almost every enemy in the game.
Yeah,
he might actually go for it at this level, knowing that his attack power, his MP are all in very good shape. And the only thing he really has to worry about is getting hit by 2 fully max damage Dragon Lord breaths in a row.
And the odds of that occurring are approximately 1 in 64, which is significant. I mean, it's definitely non-zero, that's for sure. Indeed.
Depending on his MP, if he takes a 48 Dragon Lord breath, if he thinks that he's in a good shape in the fight, he might even just, take the turn off from getting a chance to attack the Dragon Lord and just heal more twice in a row as well. He might fight on the way down as well, because of that defense, he's not really going to be taking very much damage. And he only needs to get to 12,000 XP to get another level.
Kaishin no Ichigeki over an NESCardinality side.
Oh, this low on health.
So this is going to. I've got this feeling that this is going to go down to the wire because once NESCardinality reaches level 16, he's going to have approximately 105 hit points, and that will he will be RLHing through Sharlock, run like heck. So it appears to me that Jack is going to grind favorable battles on the way down to the Dragon Lord. Oh, this is going to be so close. I've got this big feeling.
Yeah, because running your way through Sharlock is substantially faster than fighting your way through it. Even with the battles being extremely favorable as they are.
And here's another question: Did Jack go in with 6 herbs? I'm guessing he did, but I'm not sure.
I haven't seen his inventory in a long time, but he's been avoiding using herbs in general, so he might still have 6.
There's another green dragon.
So NESCardinality's defense is not high enough, but honestly, defense is not a big deal against the Dragon Lord. He's going to gain a bunch of agility this next level up, but it won't be nearly as high as Jackimus. It means that he might have to worry about a 49 or a 50 from melee attacks from the Dragon Lord, but those are much less likely to occur than the Dragon Lord breath hitting for 48. So you can even often just gamble on that. Maybe that just won't happen. I'll just attack at 49 health anyway, and just, you know, take the tiny percentage chance that the Dragon Lord will both choose to attack and roll at the very, very top end of its fairly wide damage range.
Oh, you ran from a red dragon, Jack. Oh my.
Oh, I don't think he knows how tame those red dragons are. I don't think he's even seen them do much.
Well, he just noticed that he's damage breaking the Axe Knight, and down it goes.
I'm not surprised Jack is fighting, given the 96 health. A 96 health Dragon Lord is much, much riskier, and he probably feels good about gaining this level because he's not really taking much from these paper cut attacks from all the defense broken enemies in Sharlock. Like, he hasn't even had to touch a single herb in all of Sharlock, and he's fought many battles.
Alright, so NESCardinality is charging in. He's got the rainbow drop. He's charging in to grind on those armored knights, but little does he know, he only needs one. He's not even going to need one, because down goes the Wolf Lord for level 16. So there it is, 82 defense. Yeah, there he goes, about face. So, NESCardinality with 104 HP, plenty to take on the Dragon Lord with. Now, wouldn't it be amazing that if level 17 gave 0 hit points?
Amazing isn't the word I
Well, it'd be amazing for all of us watching, but look what's happened over on Jack's side. Oh boy, he had a triple run fail. Hasn't herbed up, runs immediately into another armored knight. I think he's going to have to use a heal more. Oh, no, doesn't. Oh, he's down
only has
one herb. Wow. Oh, Star Wyvern, that's not what you want to see either. Ooh, okay.
He does have one vanilla heal as well. That'll bring him to 97 MP, which is one more than an 8 divisor, given that heal more costs 8 MP. As long as he stays above 96 MP, he will not have used up a heal more.
Alright, 275 points to go. Axe Knight is the mini-boss.
It's just gonna troll and waste time with this heal more, though, it looks.
Well, not if this one deals... yeah, 2 attacks for 78 damage. Axe Knight can't do anything about that.
Yep, only 2 more fights to hit level 17 at this spot as well.
Alright, so one more Axe Knight, and that will yield level 17, while NESCardinality is trying to run as fast as he can. Faster than sprinting speed, he hopes, to get to the Dragon Lord. And 2 hit points is all he needs to win this race.
Yeah, that's good enough when you're at 96.
JackimusWedge holds B, is declared a full, and here we go. Dragon Lord 1. Now he has no further healing, so he will be forced to use a heal more if it gets there.
Dragon Lord seems to be favoring stop spell, which is really what you want to see here.
Alright, Dragon Lord 1 goes down, hoping for... Oh no, he got picked off. Oh.
Ambush start. I don't think that'll be a deal killer for this, though. He's really in a good shape as far as attack power and remaining MP.
Yes.
17 to start it off.
Yeah, absolutely. With such a big result. I mean, 14 average on 11 heal marks with another 17 already, dealing 34 damage. I think he's looking good so far. And NESCardinality's on the 5th floor, 5th basement, but I think he's gonna run out of time. Ooh, he had a weak heal more. Jackimus did.
That's really scary when you have this the max HP as low as it already is.
Jack, I believe, up
but
to
he's at 99 damage dealt. Oh, was it 91? You're right. I missed.
Yeah, 91. 107 now. $123. So we're getting real close now, as Card has indeed screened through Sherlock, but again, I'm afraid that he is going to be out of time unless Jack mismenus. Okay, I think Jack is down to one more attack. Will this one attack make him 2-0 against NESCardinality? Yes, it is. Down goes the Dragon Lord. Wow. A very exciting race here on Randomania here tonight. We've got 2 more races coming up too. As now NESCardinality gets declared a full. And the final time for Jack is 76 minutes 41 seconds. Very quick steed. Alright, so here's NESCardinality with his attempt. Yes, in addition to the 1 a.m. race that's happening tonight, we also have the Router's Relish Zelda 1 Randomizer. That's going to be happening in about 40 minutes from now right here in Randomania.
I wasn't counting the damage on NESCardinality's side.
Yeah, I think I'm a bit behind as well, actually. I think he's at least at 77, but I think he's got more than... Oh, no, actually... Chat is telling me that I am correct. Up to 90 damage now. Oh, and there's that 49 that you talked about earlier, Silverfire.
Yep. But it wasn't at a situation where he was already sitting at 49 health, so... And it looks like... we have Jackimus in here. Needs to get his mic situation settled, I guess.
Should be fine.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, GG.
So, what did you think about? What did you think about that start? You got the 2 keys, and it looked like you decided to just go outside and grind enemies for gold. Did you consider going into the treasury instead?
No, I thought I'd play it differently, and I was crazy panicking whenever I thought that the keys were 83 gold, and they ended up being 85, and I was like 2 short of my second key, and I thought I just screwed myself. But things ended up working out, so it's all good.
Yeah, there's a magic key in the treasury itself. Did you actually get worried when you saw the sword and another key in the treasury?
No, not really. Like, the shape of the map looked like we were bottlenecked in at the start, so you'd have to grind a couple levels to get anywhere with the swamp anyway.
Fair. And NESCardinality is just finishing as well, with an SRL time of 1:19:26. Only a couple minutes behind. He was actually starting the Dragon Lord fight just as you finished yours. Were there any points in this? So this was a pretty rough map as far as, like, getting around. Were there any rough points where you were either worried or frustrated?
Mostly towards the end. My start was very strong this go around. My end was not particularly great, but I eventually kind of gave up on middle floors of Sherlock and looked for Hawksness, and that ended up working out for my experience requirements. And then I saw the 96 hit points and I knew I had to go.
Yeah, that's always a worrying sign when you're running the agility build. As a fellow agility build runner, 96 hit points is like the, like, I guess I just gotta... Yeah, that's always a word. This works out. Because you do not want to go for yet another level at that situation, usually. Although it turned out you were able to, with the massive defense you had, you were able to pretty easily get that level on your way down through Sherlock while taking barely any damage.
Whenever the defense is that high, it's usually better to just two-shot the weak enemies on the way down, and I was so close to a level that I fought the Axe Knight 2 more times. I ended up getting 2 HP, which made the Dragon Lord fight a cinch. But even if I had 96, I was committed to fight him, because you have a 1 in 8 chance of dying if he rolls 2 48s in a row, but if that happens, it happens. You just kind of tip your cap to the game.
Yep. So we have NESCardinality in here as well. Unfortunate loss. Good game. Do you have any comments about that seed?
Well, Star Wyverns destroyed me, unfortunately.
They really did. Star Wyverns were pretty mean to both runners here. However, NESCardinality certainly got the worst end of that, dying just outside of Garenham, I think, twice. And needing to get to Garenham for the Swamp Cave. And then I believe he also died to a Star Wyvern on the other side of the Swamp Cave as well once, before getting a chance to fully explore and find Cole.
I did. We didn't actually have to go across. Cole was actually...
Oh, Cole, sorry, Cole was just past it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yes, Swamp Cave ended up being optional this go around.
Yeah. It just happened to be in the same place as, like, same general direction as Cole.
Jack, did you get the sword right away?
No. I hung out outside and decided I'd get money for 2 keys, but then I was like a couple short because I forgot they were 85. I thought they were 83 for some reason. I was really worried at that point.
Yeah, I did the same thing. I didn't check. I built up to 85 gold and then I got it.
Did you? So Jack said he wasn't that worried because he, was relatively smooth sailing even without the sword those early levels. But did you feel a little worried when you checked out that treasury and you saw a second key and a sword in the same treasury?
Yeah, like it was something like 6 or 7 minutes in, at least 6 minutes, I think. So I figured if Jackimus had the sword for all that time, like he could have been building in the second zone or something like that, and he would have gotten to hurt more, that much faster than I did. So I was definitely worried, but...
Yeah, it turned out both runners were pretty much dead even on XP until, like, for basically the first full hour of the race. You were never more than 500 apart.
That's cool.
Awesome.
So, and then that's finally at that point was when Jackimus started power grinding in Hawksness. And even then, he only ever was, like, maybe 2,000 XP ahead of you.
So, I mean, I could never grind. I had to get the token first.
Yeah, you were focused.
As soon as I got the token, I had enough experience. Like right then, it was the right thing to do.
Yep.
So Lorgon in chat asked, asked NESCardinality, why did you not save after you did your gold grind down at the Grave of Garenham? Which cost 10 defense power ultimately because there was a silver shield in Cantlin.
Yeah, I hadn't seen Cantlin yet, and I was just focused on moving forward. I think by that time I had learned Hurt more, and I just told myself, like, if I'm gonna start saving and resetting, trying to hold on to this gold when I haven't even found a town, what am I even doing in a Hurtmore seed? So that's the reason I didn't save. I had Hurtmore, and I was not going to give up experience when I was worried that Jack was already ahead after getting the sword earlier than me.
You know, that's probably the difference in the race right there. I found whenever I was getting the first couple of levels and 2 keys, so I knew that the shield was there. So that might have made all the difference the whole way through right there.
I mean, again, we were less than 3 minutes apart, and I walked all the way around the map like 3 times and died before Cole. So, I mean, I think that was the difference maker ultimately. But it's hard to pin down one thing. I haven't even seen the race yet.
Oh yeah, of course, for sure. I mean, there's just so much randomness in this, which is why it's fun. You can never predict who's gonna win, come out on top. You just gotta play the game and see what happens, right?
That's the beauty of it, and something everyone who really wants to win and would feel really bad if they lost should remember. A lot of it is out of your control. Sometimes people win seeds just because they go east instead of west at the beginning of the seed. Like, it's just that simple.
Yeah, exactly. You just want to have fun with it. Don't take it too seriously. That's all there is to it.
Just remember that, everyone.
So, Jack, we have a question for you from chat, from your good buddy Bryce Solf. He's wondering if you love diving Sherlock as much as it appeared to the chat.
Oh yeah, I love going in there early. The monsters in there always have high experience yield. Didn't end up being that great because too many of them had sleep disco around. It's always nice to know what the mini boss is. You can plan to cast an extra sleep spell, stop spell, or another heal more if there's a red dragon and you got a close fight, something like that.
Yeah, you had a couple close calls down in your final grind because you couldn't run from the Armored Knights, which, well, that happens, as we all know. And then you have the I think you had a Star Wyvern sleep and hurt Moria a couple times before you got out. And you had one herb, right?
Yeah, I used that on the way down, but if it came to it, I would have used a heal more or two and saw what happened. I forget how much MIPS I had left at the end there, but the attack power was high enough that I knew I probably wouldn't need my whole MIPS pool.
Yeah, and actually you didn't end up needing it all. 96 is a pretty good amount of MP that you had going in, and you had 138 attack power, which is quite strong. And actually you didn't end up needing it all.
Yeah, on average with 138, you only need like 10 attacks to win, so you can feel pretty comfortable with 10 heal mores there. Getting a back attack, you know, obviously not ideal, but hey, if you got the magic to spare, it's just a turn lost, that's about it.
All right, so so Jack, you and I were talking in the green room before our race here. You were enjoying a pretty good a brewski over at a local place up where you are, correct?
Yep, I'm on my second one right now. It's called Upstreet Brewery. If any of you cool, handsome people in talking with me right now. I know I've already showed Game Boy the place. It's pretty great. But anyone else there? If you're around PEI, go to Upstreet. If you like IPA, grab a White Noise. It is probably the tastiest beer on planet Earth.
Well, I will definitely vouch for that. It is a pretty cool place. That location. How about you, NESCardinality? Were you enjoying something during your race?
No, I was in a lot of pain, actually. I was trying to determine if I would have to forfeit and go to the hospital or something, but I'm feeling better now. So I don't think it's anything serious. I think
I'm really sorry to hear that.
Yeah, same here.
I feel better.
No,
Dude,
it's all good. This is another one of those happy occasions where, first of all, I seem to be okay, so all good. But secondly, I'm always talking about how I don't make excuses when things go wrong, and I can firmly tell you that this did not get in the way of my race. So just so you guys know, I do not want to make an excuse for this. It was the Star Wyverns only.
It definitely was the Jerkbirds.
Well, I'm happy to hear that you're doing better, but honestly, like, I wouldn't mind if you said something before we started there. Like, we still got a whole another week in this round there. I wouldn't mind scheduling. I'm kind of busy. Least I can do for you, being a good pal of mine there, you know?
Well, that's good to know for the future. But yeah, as I say, it didn't really get in the way, and feeling okay now.
So with this victory, Jack, you are 4-1, and so you are guaranteed to be in the top 16 once again in the Dragon Warrior Randomizer tournament. Your thoughts so far?
I'm just playing a game and having fun. I wasn't expecting to do this good, honestly. So I'll just ride it out as long as I can and just keep enjoying myself every Sunday. I think it's generally Sunday nights that I'm free to race, sometimes Monday. So let's just keep going and see what happens.
That sounds like a good plan. And for you, NESCardinality, you are 3-2. So you don't get a bye, but you still are solidly in the brackets. Your thoughts about that?
I'm only worried about playing Sparkover. We really don't want to play each other.
Yeah.
It does make a little bit of a trick when you live together and you have to play against each other in a random race, doesn't it?
That's not going to be an issue. We just don't want. Neither of us wants to be the one to take the other out, and if that's guaranteed to happen in a match, that's just unfortunate for us.
I think everybody in the tournament can say that about a couple of other people there. I mean, right now it's just Swiss round, but it's like, hey, a lot of you guys in this thing are my friends, you know, and I'm just doing this for fun, you know. If I end up knocking you out there, no hard feelings, eh?
Yeah, I mean, I would say the same. Yeah, I would say the same out of pretty much anybody in this tournament. So, yeah. Any more thoughts you'd like to say about this seed? As Sparkover has given the ice cream pledge, apparently.
I'm looking at the map I drew, and it was probably about 200 steps to Cole. I mean, to walk all the way to Gurinham and die like 3 times was just so killer. But so basically, my takeaway is that I'm glad that I was already at the Dragon Lord when Jackimus finished. That's kind of amazing to me.
Yeah, you really blazed through running through Sherlock Wallace. He took the time to fight his way through, and it gave you a little bit of a chance to catch up, being that you were able to go 1 level earlier because he had the cursed 96 health at level 16.
Oh, so did he get an extra level then?
He actually got the full extra level on his way down.
Wasn't intending to, but it just kind of happened.
Okay.
You know, like, I'm sitting at 98 or 99 defense, so I really should just be swatting the flies aside on the way down rather than wasting failed escapes.
Well, I was relieved when I finally found a red dragon and discovered they had stop spell and hurt. I'm like, that's one less thing to worry about. It's only armored knights in Sherlock. And I don't think I failed to run from an armored knight more than once against any armored knights in Sherlock. So that was fine.
Nice. You know, I'm sure the viewers are disappointed, but I'm kind of happy this one didn't take 3.5 hours to go all the way through.
I was beginning to wonder if it would. I was, I've had a lot of Hurtmore seeds lately that have taken close to 2 hours. And when I started to see the low agility, I'm like, here we go again.
Well, when we were still sitting at 60-some hit points at level 14, I'm thinking, is it just going to be 1, 1, 1, and we're going to go to like level 23, 24 again?
Well, of course,
23 is the highest I've ever gone.
Yeah, actually, there was a seed that we ran into where we had to go to 23 or 24, even with the death necklace. Somebody was saying that over in the Seeds of Torture or Delight on our Dragon Warrior Randomizer Discord, but fortunately that one you could just hurt more a bunch of armored knights over and over and over, so it wasn't that long. It was like 2 hours and change. But yeah, so I think that's going to do it for today. Thank you, Jack and Card, for an excellent race. Really exciting. We look forward to seeing you both in the bracket rounds in a couple weeks.
Looking forward to it. GG, Jackimus.
Yeah, thanks there, NESCardinality. I'm looking forward to what happens from here, but I think I'm more looking forward to seeing all you cool people again in January at the old Game Quick. So hopefully we'll catch us all then too, eh?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I might actually be headed down there for a weekend, something like that. Maybe we can hang out and do some fun stuff there. But
we'll have to go grab a curry somewhere and compare it to that place over in Mint. It's pretty tasty over there.
yeah, there we go.
I like the sound of that.
All right. Well, on that note, we are going to wrap it up. So at 1 a.m., we got Jay Cover and the Alan Heffley. In about 20 minutes, we're going to have Battle Royale Router's Delight, one of the fastest races you will ever see in your life. It's going to take like 25 minutes, and boom, it's done. Special thanks to our runners once again, JackimusWedge and NESCardinality. We look forward to seeing them in the brackets. That's what it's called. In the meantime, we are going to host a guy by the name of Insult, or I should say a person by the name of Insult2. He's actually restreaming Zelda 2 Randomizer tournament. Speaking of the Alan Heffley, he's playing against the Countess.
Oh man, Insult's awesome. Me and him used to do all sorts of cool stuff back in the day.
Oh, there you go.
You guys who are watching should definitely follow the host and go chill with Insult. It will be worth your time. Also, let's go Bruins.
Go Bruins, indeed.
Go Bruins. All right. So on that note, I think that's everything. We got. So for JackimusWedge and NESCardinality, and for our tracker Smashy, thank you very much for doing that. And for my commentary partner Silverfire, well done. Been a pleasure working with you as always. This is me, Game Boy F9, saying you've been watching Randomania. Have a great night.
Have a great night,
everybody.